Well, how are you, my people? Gyökeres to Arsenal transfer fee virtually agreed. Now, this story is coming in through from a man who calls himself Henry Winter, football writer and broadcaster. He has close to 1.3 million followers on X, and he's really bringing us that story. Then we are also going to be talking a little bit about Yves Bissouma, who Fenerbahce was obviously looking at, and looks like he has gone ahead to make a decision, and he's like, I want to stay at Tottenham Hotspur in North London. And then Xabi Alonso has obviously warned Real Madrid players that the worst is yet to come. So smash the like button, comment and share. Second video of the day, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. This channel brings you the best of the best from the transfer news and the rest of the news. We started up the day with the match preview of PSG versus Chelsea. And here we come to really get to a story that I'm not 100% sure of, but I'm reacting to the news that has gone ahead to be released. Henry Winter, Arsenal have virtually agreed a fee with Sporting for Viktor Gyökeres and are just debating the add-ons and agent commission involved in the deal. Now, it's not the first story I've gone ahead to hear. BBC went ahead, obviously, let us know that Arsenal have gone ahead to agree a fee with Sporting Lisbon on how much they want to pay, and they are still debating on the add-ons, agent commission fees too, in there. So, when such stories really surface, I cannot obviously come here and really let you know that it's the truth. But Fabrizio Romano told us that negotiations are really going on, behind doors between Arsenal and Sporting Lisbon. However much Arsenal left Sporting Lisbon, the entourage spent there 3 days and he left, and it said they had not gone ahead to reach what we call a common ground. But Henry Winter says what is delaying this deal is what we call the add-ons and the agent fees. So I want to let you know that very many stories are obviously going to be surfacing until we get a here we go for this guy. I'm 100% sure Gyökeres will be Arsenal's player this season, and in the summer that deal is obviously going to be done and dusted, because if Arsenal are not ready and financially stable to obviously get in Viktor Gyökeres, they wouldn't have gone ahead to spend close to £52 million for Noni Madueke. You understand? And it said this week the deal of Mosquera is also happening. So it shows you that a lot is still in the bank for the club of Arsenal to get in a player known as Gyökeres. And it is said a fee has gone ahead to be agreed. Now, BBC's story told us that the problem is the initial fees, the structure of payment, that Sporting Lisbon want 40 million euros up front this season, and they want 40 million euros next financial year. And Arsenal is like, we want to offer 20 this season or this financial year, and you give us a space of 4 years to pay you. And Sporting Lisbon is like, we want a huge chunk of that, this summer transfer window, all this financial year. So that's where we are right now when it comes to Gyökeres to Arsenal fee virtually agreed. And it's Henry Winter, not Rokani David. Guys, I'm reacting to this story, and we know many more stories obviously going to be surfacing, because sources in Portugal are really saying different things altogether, and I'm going to be dropping a video about what sources in Portugal are obviously saying, you understand, and I'll be here to obviously bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. So that is it for now. Here onto the Rokani Media Football concerning Viktor Gyökeres, and whatever story drops about Viktor Gyökeres, I'll be the first person to come in here and obviously drop it into your face, or throw it into your faces as hugely anticipated. So that is Gyökeres for you to Arsenal, fee virtually agreed. That's what you're really having in right about now here onto the Rokani Media Football. So let's go to the other story. It's coming in through from Sacha Tavolieri. Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Yves Bissouma has expressed his desire to stay at Spurs, or at least in the Premier League this summer. So, looks like he has said no to any offers from the Turkish side. Fenerbahce had even went ahead to send representatives to talk to Yves Bissouma and Spurs. The player has come out and said, it won't happen. It won't happen that way. You get, all I need is to stay in the Premier League. Having gone ahead to obviously be at Spurs and win what we call the UEFA Europa League, I'm going to be playing the Champions League. I don't see any reason as to why I'm leaving Spurs, unless otherwise this team doesn't need me. But even if they don't need me, I don't want to go outside the Premier League. I want to stay in the Premier League and really play there. That's Yves Bissouma, and that's the decision he has gone ahead to make. I think it's a very huge decision for him to make, because I think he's still, is he 28 years of age? I think it's not yet time for him to go and play that side. He deserves to be playing at a much more better, improved side in there. So that is Yves Bissouma for you. You understand? So that's what you're really having in through here onto the Rokani Media Football about Yves Bissouma. But he's really a very good player, though no big club is really interested in him. And Arsenal was in for him, Man United, Man City, Newcastle. There was a time when he was a hot cake and every team was really looking at him, and I was like, I wish he came into the midfield of Man United. Talented player. You know, he can literally play in every central midfield position. I'm talking about a player known as Yves Bissouma. You understand? So that is Yves Bissouma for you, and I believe that you have gone ahead, obviously cop in that and really take in very, very well. So wait and see what Thomas Frank has to say about his deal, whether he still needs this player or not. But he's really a very good player, and we are waiting to see whether they don't want him here or they let him go. But Turkey, Fenerbahce side wants to sign their player. Now, let's go to Real Madrid, a side that was beaten and knocked out of the FIFA Club World Cup by PSG, that are playing in the final today. So, this is Marca, and when Marca speaks, you obviously get to know that they are the fly on the wall. Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso himself have sent caution to the players that anyone who does not play according to the system will have a hard time. The club have told Xabi Alonso he can bench and play whoever he wants. So, this comes in through after I've gone ahead to see Pundits putting out stories and blames to Vinicius Jr. that he never really showed that hunger to play for the side of Real Madrid like he has always gone ahead to do. And they say ever since Kylian Mbappe came in through, his body language is not the same, and it's not really sending any waves of really giving the best onto the pitch. And everyone sees it, and they even went ahead, obviously cut out clips of FIFA Club World Cup, especially in the game where they're playing against PSG. You get that right. So Alonso has all the rights. He can bench anyone, but I don't think at Real Madrid it is really possible. There are players at Madrid, I don't think that he can bench Vini. He can bench him for one game, but not for like 5 games. You know, I don't think I can bench Kylian Mbappe. You know, I don't think I can bench Jude Bellingham. You know, so at Madrid, I think they are untouchables, and that's where football really becomes hard for the manager who is really in charge. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Your thoughts on Gyökeres to Arsenal fee virtually agreed. Henry Winter reports. What do you think about it? And what do you make about Yves Bissouma rejecting a move to Fenerbahce, that is Turkey? And do you think Alonso can bench players like Mbappe, Bellingham, and Vinicius Jr., as it's reported by Marca that they've gone ahead to give him the outright powers to obviously bench these players? I'm out.